Claire is backpacking to Berlin alone. She reaches her hotel, and a bunch of guys ask her to join them for a party. She does so and enjoys the night. In the morning, she roams around the city and clicks pictures as she is an aspiring photographer. One day, while crossing the road, she bumps into a guy. He introduces himself as Andy and says that he is an English tutor. They start to chat and soon form a bond. She also reveals that she left her home in a hurry and nobody knows about her travel plans. In the evening, she asks Andy to join her for a drink, but he says that he has someone to meet. They have a moment and are about to kiss, but Claire pulls away. At night, while in her bed, she can't seem to forget about Andy. The next morning, she goes to the library and finds him there. She confesses her feelings towards him and says that she wants to spend more time with him and get to know him. Andy notices her necklace, and she tells him that her mother gave it to her, saying it would help her if she were ever in trouble. At night, he takes her to his house, but the house is in a completely secluded place that is in a state of ruins. But it does not ring a bell with her, as she goes with him anyway. She tries to open the window, but Andy says that it does not open. He then starts to seduce her, and they end up sleeping together. After that, Andy says that he wishes that she could stay with him, but she says that she won't be able to. He says in German that she belongs to him now. When she asks him about it, he swiftly changes the conversation. Andy goes to his school the next morning to take his class. A young girl named Franca seems to be completely infatuated with him. Claire packs all her things in the morning and tries to leave, but the door is locked from the outside and she fails to open it. She scours through the entire house, but the keys are nowhere to be found. Suddenly, she finds a nail polish inside the washroom, which raises suspicion in her. She notices that Andy does not have a single neighbor whom she can call for help. The worst scenario comes to her mind. While getting back, Andy's friend asks him to join them for dinner, but he declines by saying that he has work. He gets back home, and Claire asks him if she left her key. He says that he accidentally took it with him. She asks if he intentionally locked her in, but he sarcastically says that next time he will tie her up to a bed. She does not think much of it, and they go clubbing. After that, they get back home, and Andy says that he has to leave. She asks him to leave a key for her, and he says that he already has. After he leaves, she starts to go through his things. She starts to look through an album, but suddenly notices a picture. It's her, and she has a tattoo on her back, which shocks her. She also notices that her necklace is missing. She then tries to open the door, but it doesn't work as the key is fake. She notices the tattoo, which in German means mine. She immediately turns on her phone and notices that the SIM card is missing. She figures that Andy has kidnapped her and has her in captivity. She tries to break open the window, but it has bulletproof glass attached to it. Claire tries to leave when Andy comes back home, but he shuts the door. She begs him to let her go, but he does not listen. He finds what she has done to his place, but does not say anything and acts completely nonchalant. She asks him why he is doing it. Andy says that she told him that she has feelings for him. She says that it was simply a fling and there's nothing more to it. She asks him to give back her necklace, but he does not answer. In anger, she tries to fight him, but he pins her down and says that no one can hear her. The next morning, she goes to an assembly and starts to look through Claire's pictures. Turns out the person giving the lecture is his father. He tells him that he has met someone. His father asks about Natalie, a girl whom he had met earlier. He says that Natalie has left her. His father is worried about the fact that his son only dates tourists, but he says that Claire is not going to go back. Little does he know that he has left Claire tied to the bed. He goes there at night and starts to free her. He tries to have a conversation with her, but she is disgusted with him. She says that her mother would come looking for her, but he says that she will fail. While taking a shower, she finds women's hairball there and figures that she is not the first woman that Andy has captured. Andy starts to take her picture and then proceeds to tie her up to the bed, but she says that she is already locked inside the house, so there's no need for him to tie her to the bed. He agrees to that and locks her inside the house. After he leaves, she tries to look for something frantically and find a screwdriver there. After he comes back home, she starts to act really nice to him. They start to play puzzle while she keeps the screwdriver handy. Suddenly, she stabs his hand and immediately runs from there. She manages to get out of the apartment, but the main gate does not open. In the meantime, Andy manages to free himself and catches onto her and smashes her fingers against the door. He dragged her back to the house and makes her unconscious. The next morning, his father asks him to go meet his mother. He refuses by saying that she left him when he was young, so he is not going to meet her. At night, Claire tells him that she misses her mother, but Andy says that she should forget about her. He then starts to take pictures of her again. He then takes the picture and gets inside a room that Claire has not seen before, as it's always locked. The next morning, he is taking the sports class when he notices Franca. She tries to seduce him, and for a second, it does affect him. While inside the house, Claire tries to open the door by using a pin, but she fails and a piece gets stuck inside. She starts to panic as he might lose it on her. He gets back home and starts to clip her nails. She says that she has started smelling and he bathes her. Suddenly, someone comes knocking at the door. He tells Claire that if she screams, he will kill the person outside. Turns out that it's Franca. She has followed him home. She notices Claire, but Andy shuts the door. He says that it's her girlfriend. She says that he was flirting with him, but he says that he did not do anything like that and asks her to leave. Claire asks him about her, and Andy says that it's Franca, one of the students. He then starts to cut her hair. He tries to open the door of the room, but struggles and asks Claire about it. But fortunately, the door opens, and Claire lets out a sigh of relief. He buys some lingerie for her. She puts it on, and he starts to click her picture. She starts to act really weird, and he asks her to stop. But when she refuses to listen, he smacks her and leaves from there. After he leaves, it starts to snow, and she starts to enjoy it all by herself. He goes to stay the night with his father. The next morning, when he goes to check on him, he finds that his father has passed away. He then starts to clean himself up and calls the paramedics, who take his body away. He then stays there for a couple of days. On the other hand, Claire starts to enjoy living alone, as for the first time, she is not threatened by Andy's presence. After a couple of days, he goes back home and tells Claire about everything. He breaks down in tears in her arms, and they end up making love. It's Christmas morning, and they start to enjoy it together. She asks him about why he picks her, and he says that he saw her clicking pictures on the street and immediately got attracted to her. She asks him about the girl he captured before, but he says there was no one like that. He then asks her to close her eyes and gives her his father's dog as a present. The next morning, Andy takes her out in the woods to see the outside world after a long time. She cries in relief, but suddenly they hear a scream. A kid comes there saying that his brother is hurt. Andy starts to help him, and seizing the opportunity, Claire tries to ask the little boy for help, but he does not understand English. She forces him, but he snaps, and Andy notices her. The kid's mom comes there, and Andy threatens her to stay shut, and she obliges. He takes her back, saying that she has no way out, so she had better stop trying. He then puts her inside the trunk and drives away from there. She starts to get close to the dog, but it makes Andy jealous. One day, he takes out the dog for a walk, but leaves her outside. He gets back home and tells her that the dog ran away. She figures that he is capable of a lot of ugliness. On New Year's Eve, he goes to his friend's house and enjoys the party there. Claire manages to get inside the room and finds an album there. She finds her picture there. She looks through it and finds the other girl who was there before, but it seems that he's killed her. She looks through the window and sees fireworks. She cries as she might end up like the other girl. While going back, Andy meets another tourist. He tries to make conversation with her, but she is with a friend and leaves from there. While making tea, Claire notices a light coming from the other side of the apartment. She tries to call him, but it has no effect. She breaks open the window, and the man on the other side notices her. He gets down, and Claire asks him for help. He starts to get up and reaches the apartment. She thinks that she will finally be free, but before he can free her, Andy reaches there, cuts his throat. He then bashes the guy's head and finishes him off. He then forces Claire to clean up the mess with him, as she is responsible for what happened. He then dumps the body inside a dumpster and sets it on fire. He completely blocks the window, so she can't do anything anymore. While reading a newspaper, Andy sees a missing person news about Claire in the newspaper. He asks her to pack her things as the apartment needs to be fumigated. Claire notices Franca's notebook lying there. She intentionally burns her hand and asks Andy to bring the medicine from bathroom. After he leaves, she steals the notebook. The next morning, he takes the notebook and leaves the house. But before leaving, he cuts the water line as he can't let Claire live in it. At the school, he hands over the books to the students. Franca opens her and finds pictures that Claire has left for her to see. She immediately recognizes her and figures out what has happened. She excuses herself to the washroom, but accidentally drops the picture there. She immediately goes to Andy's house. Another student finds the picture, and it causes chaos in the classroom. They show the picture to Andy, and he immediately runs from there. He reaches there and sees that Franca has managed to get inside. He reaches the apartment, but finds it open and sees that there is no one inside. He hears some strange noise coming from upstairs. He takes a sphere and goes there to check, but no one seems to be there as well. Suddenly, he hears Claire saying that she is downstairs. He gets down and gets inside the apartment, but no one is there. Suddenly, Claire comes from behind and locks him inside the house. Andy begs her to open the door, but she says that he is done once and for all. She then asks Franca to come out of hiding and tells her that she is also safe now. She puts on the necklace and leaves Berlin while Andy awaits his death. So, that was the recap for the 2017 film Berlin Syndrome. For more recaps like this, stay subscribed to the channel. And if you have liked this video, you may also like this.